Hello everyone, welcome this part 2 on this Blender series. My name is Konstantin Semenov, and today I'm gonna show you how to add on each on each object the texture for each object. Okay, so first we want to select this coach here and add a simple texture on this object. So removing this first scene, open a new window, because we don't want to use this part here, so I delete everything. Okay, so I don't want to use this part because it's a little bit more long to add in texture effect and display reflection or something like that. So I appreciate more the node for adding the surface effect or displacement effect. Okay, so first we want to add a UV unwrap to add texture on my objects. So first select this face here and press U, press 3, and select everything with C and press on U. Press Ctrl 1, select this back side here, press U and unwrap. So don't forget to project from view bounce, okay? And select this part here, okay, good. And this part here, perfect. And I select this object here, and I had a simple project from view bounce too. Good. So project from view like that, and now select this texture here. Perfect. So now with this UV unwrap, I will add the texture with my node, and we will see the texture on this part where we unwrap. Good. So I'll go to the UV editor, go to the node editor. Okay, and now we want to add in, so rename this coach, and I want unpute material, material. I want a diffuse. So in the shader, diffuse, where is it? Diffuse. Okay, so now add a light, because we want to see what I'm gonna do when I had the color effect on my coach. So turn this object, so we can turn the lights on the objects. So rename this emission, turn to emission, and stay to 1. Now render it. Okay, so connect this object. Okay, to create to put the diffuse with the material, and now I want a texture. So select the texture, not here, texture. Good. Image texture. Move this image texture here. Open for a new texture. Select the wrinkle texture here, wrinkle 40016. So I select this texture on CG texture. So now we can see the texture on my object. So I want again another texture, and I mix two texture on this object. So select this texture here. Now if I put a mix, we can see the two texture mix here. Good. But I want to create my own color, so move this roughness here and change to a little bit orangey black color, like that. Totally black, like gray. Yeah, a better kind of brownish gray color, like that. Okay, and I want to add the displacement to create bomb effect with the texture here. So select this object here, move this here, move in the displacement to turn to multiply. So, and yeah, To multiply, it looks good, I think. Yeah, to multiply it's good, and stay to 0.5 for the fact. So if you want to increase the texture, turn to 1, or if you want to decrease the bump effect here, you turn to 0. Good. Or you can change with the color here too. So 0.05, 0.5. 0.5, good. So it's finished for this object, and now select this and remove on the first layer and select another texture. So select the clock here, this special clock that I created. So move the light with J, okay, and now add and render it, okay. So we want to add a texture on this object, so rename this gold, clock gold, and add in a mix shader like that. So connect this like that, and I want an the anisotropic effect. So it's a kind of glossy effect, but there is a different projection of during a light reflection. Okay, so we want to turn the anisotrope to 0. So now I think it's a kind of glossy effect when we turn to 0. I think no. So if I turn to 0, so turn to 0, turn the roughness to 0. Okay, no. So when we turn the roughness to 0, it looks like kind of glossy effect now, and then when we increase the anisotrope, it looks more kind of anisotrope when we add the roughness too. So add the roughness to anisotrope to 0.9 and add the roughness to 0.2, maybe 0.5, 0.5, yeah. And decrease the anisotrope to 0 because I really want more a glossy effect. So no, yeah, so turn to 0.9, decrease the roughness to 0, increase to 1. And now it looks a little bit better for me, maybe 0.9 because I want a mix. I want more glossy effect, and I don't really want the anisotrope effect. So in fact I prefer to add the glossy effect for this object. Okay, good. And decrease to 0 too. Turn to 0.002. Perfect. And now I want to add a yellow color, kind of, no, more orangey color for the reflection like that, and turn to another reflection because I want a gold color like that. It looks good, yeah. And I had in Fresnel, okay, Fresnel here, and connect this on the in the FAC. Okay, so the Fresnel increase this to 2 or 1. Okay, so the Fresnel, it's a kind of reflection, so increase to 2, and now it looks better. So now we can see a little bit. No, it's perfect like that, yeah. And I forgot to add Fresnel effect for the coach, so add this a kind of add Fresnel to maybe Fresnel in the input, so connect this in the FAC, not here. So we want a mix shader for this shader. Mix shader, good, and connect this in FAC, perfect. And I want if I remember um, UR to 1.1. Yeah, 1 point, no, yes, 1.05. Good. So return to the first layer, and I want to add the color on the number here. So select a new color, rename text. So I don't want to add a particular texture on, maybe simple glossy effect. Glossy, mix shader. Good. Turn to 0.1 maybe. Yeah, and turn to, so render this and turn this to a black color, and same for this one. Or maybe more gray and turn to a blue color. So I'm playing with the color, red color, pink color, red color, orangey color. Yeah, like that it looks good, and I increase a little bit more the color here. Yeah, kind of orangey color like that. And for the needle here, just want, so select these two objects, press Ctrl G. Okay, and add in simple black color. Good. So we can remove this object in the second layer, or we can add a simple texture on this object. So go to the UV editor, select this object, press U, press 1 and press 3 to 6, like that, and press project from view, bounce. Go to the node editor, and I want a kind of simple texture on this object with a little bit stretch on. So maybe grunge map like that. No. This rot scratch 0031. Okay. Now if I render it this, so we can see this scratch texture on, but remove this in the roughness, and I want to add simple kind of a little bit more bump effect on it. So add mix shader, a simple mix, sorry, and remove this here, put in displacement, so we can see the bump effect here. Turn to multiply and decrease this effect to 0 and increase to 1. Maybe 1 it's too much, I think, so decrease a little bit more the color like that. And I want to, no, stay to white color for now, and I want to increase the texture on this object. So add in normal map, I think. No, not normal map, but mapping. Okay, so move this here, increase the scale, so the size of the texture to 10 here. Oh yes, and I forgot the UV, the texture coordinate to the UV here. Perfect, and increase this to 10 too. Maybe to 1 it was good. Yeah. And rotate, yes, we can rotate. So rotate to y axis to 50. Okay, 50, or try with the z axis 50. No, this one, and x axis. 50 here. Okay, I can turn to 0. Turn to 0 here. Increase the rotation. Oh yeah, so to It's too much. Okay, so I try to 100, 1000, 100, and 2000. One, I don't know, 50, 75% degrees. Okay, 75 degrees, it looks good. Okay, and I want to decrease that to 0 and increase this effect to 0.002. Yeah, 0.002, it looks good. So we can see the texture is made manually. So remove this on the first layer, good, and select this glass and select this texture and remove the second layer. Good. Select this texture, not done pressing H. Add and rename this vase. Add in yes, so render it this, so I save this scene. Okay, and I want to add marble texture. Okay, or yeah, marble texture. So add texture, move this here, render it again, open texture in your folder, and add oh yes, I know what kind of texture that I want. I want the spelter texture. Okay, so I will mix the spelter with marble texture. So spelter isn't here. Oh yeah, spelter. I want this kind of spelter, so spelter colored 23. So add this color, move this here. Oh yes, and I forgot to add in UV unwrap. So add in UV unwrap. So go to the UV editor, UV unwrap. It's perfect. And return to the node. Open the rendered, and we see nothing. And now we can see the spelter on my object, but I want to change the spelter color here to a kind of blue color. So add in color ramp and inverse the white color with the black color like that, and move this here. Select the black color, or you can only change the white color for blue color like that, and this black color change to a white color simply like that. Perfect. And I want to add a glossy effect. So add a mix shader. Mix shader here. Good. Move this mix here inside. Turn to the roughness to 0, maybe 0, and change the color to a blue color reflection like that. And I want to add another effect on my texture, so I want to add a marble. So this is like this, and I want marble texture. So marble texture is probably grunge. I think I remove this. And yes, we can select grunge effect, not marble. So I will change for that for a grunge map 0054. So move, add mix shader, a simple mix. Yeah. Okay, solid. Oh yeah, turn to add if you want to see the texture on my object. Okay, so I see anything and nothing. Multiply. If I rotate this like that, okay, I move this here, and now we don't see. We see just a little bit this effect. Anyway, so move this here, and I want to add in transparency. Turn to, yeah, add. Good, or mix. Okay, so there's a problem. I don't see my spelter effect. Okay, I had another UV unwrap. Render it. Leave this effect. I forgot to connect this. Good. So now I want to add another mix shader, and I want to add a transparency color. So add a transparent, or glossy. Yeah, glossy, not transparent. Not the glossy, but glass. Yeah, good. So we want glass effect. Okay, turn the UR to 0 for now and increase this UR to 1.2 and change to a little bit green, blue, kind of blue color like that, and it looks perfect for me. And I want to increase a little bit more the bump effect of the spelter, so duplicate that, move this here and connect like that, connect this here. Okay, so, and I want to change to a multiply and turn the multiply to a black color and increase just increase to a white color and decrease the fact to 0 and increase to 1. Turn to 0 0.02. And now we can see a little bit the bump effect. Good. And now I want to add another texture effect on it. So I rename this table class. Good. Press UV unwrap. Select all of this object and press UV unwrap. So yeah, it looks perfect. And rename this leg X leg because it looks like an X effect like that. And select okay, so select this, return to the node editor, and we don't want a particular texture, but we want a glass effect. So render it this, move this, add a mix shader, and turn the glass to 0. So we can see the transparent glass effect here, and I want a Fresnel effect for this. So add a Fresnel for the base. Okay, I forgot the Fresnel, and I want this Fresnel here, and increase this effect to 0.1. So 2, 1, 1.1. It's looks good for this object. Maybe 1.4. It was 1.4. It's good. Perfect. So change this color to a bluish color again, and this to a little bit more blue gray color like that. Same for the leg, and the leg we want blue color, and blue color like that, or a little bit more like kind of white color, blue white color like that. Reselect this object and add a thread nail alt 2. Okay, moving the fact and decrease the thread nail to 0 to 2. Okay, so leave this thread nail like that, so it looks perfect for me. And remove this table on the first layer. Good. Now I want to add put not a simple texture on this object, so I want to add a glossy effect only on the leg here. So leg of the chair, turn to a mix shader, add a mix shader, move this mix shader, and I want to create a glossy effect color. Good. And decrease the glossy to 0. Decrease the roughness to 0 and change for a gray white color here, and a little bit more gray here in the diffuse. Good. Select this chair, base of the chair, and rename this chair, change this for reddish, yeah, reddish, bluish, reddish, maybe a little bit blue, dark blue like that, or I don't know, orangey color, red, black, kind of dark blue like that. And I want to add a texture on this object, so move this here and add the same texture, so the wrinkle, and press UV unwrap on this object, so a simple UV unwrap, and I think it's good for this UV unwrap. No, so P to projection like that, turn to node, turn to render it, and move this on the roughness and increase the bump effect to turn to multiply and decrease to 0.1. Perfect. Yeah, it's good like that. So remove this chair, kind of chair, in the first layer, and now I want to add a simple wood texture. Okay, so select everything and press project from view. So this time I will not add the project from view bounds, but I want to add a simple mark seam all around my object. So select this, and this, and press Control E and add mark seam. Now press project from view and we separate this object like that. Good. Return to the yeah, and after that you separate your object. You can remove this one in the second layer. It will more easy for me to show you to add the texture on. So after that you add this, select this plane here, and you can simply, so you are not in obligation to add the mark seam, but it's a better way to create some good texture, a separate vertex effect for a better this is a kind of better option to separate our vertex and apply in plane in the image here. Okay, so after that you press project from view bounce everywhere. Okay, project from view bounce. Perfect. And now we want to add a kind of so I rename this wood table. And change we want a kind of, I don't know, a kind of weird color of the table, like reddish color, because this is architectural modern. So in general, the architectural modern architectural looks a little bit weird sometimes. So depending the the taste of the people. So add this wood, this wood find 0018. Okay, and turn to render it. Okay, and I change this color for reddish color in the color map, or simply here, but yeah, we can change kind of a little bit more red, orangey color, a little bit more, not pink but red, or some kind of color like that. Good. And no, maybe I prefer to add a color, a mix shader to mix the color with the wood. So turn this to a kind of reddish color like that. So it's a good option to use the mix to play with the color on your texture. So you can decrease to 0 to leave the color, and increase to 1 to increase a little bit more the color. So turn to 0.5. Good. Add this here. Put bump effect just a little bit, 0.1. Move this in the displacement. Turn to multiply. Now it looks perfect for me. Good. Remove the second layer. Good. And now we need to create, add a texture on the TV. So move this on the first layer, and move this, rotate. We want to create plastic color and create the screen on the TV. So first, render it, select this object, so return to the solid, add the screen here, turn to black for now. Okay, so we start with the screen and add simple mix shader, and we simply want a glossy effect. Turn the roughness to 0, and it's perfect for this. Yeah, perfect. Decrease the color to a grayish color like that. Good. And now I want the plastic color, I want this to black, and I want to add a kind of Fresnel effect. I think it will be better. So shader here, mix shader, move in the FAC, and I think it's more better. So increase to 2. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Yeah, perfect. So I'll remove this object in the first layer. Select this. So this is the speaker. So I want to add, select everything, project from view bounce first. Okay, so node, image, and I want to add the kind of grid of the speaker here. So I will stop the video because I don't remember if I have this texture effect, but I'm just going to show you what I want to use on the node. So first rename speaker. Okay, turn to a black color, so render it this object, and now I want to add a mix shader, a glossy effect. Good, and decrease this glossy to 1. Yeah, 1, and decrease this color to black. Perfect. So I will stop the video and I will add this simple grid here. So select all of this face here. Good. And after that, apply this in the UV, and you add the grid effect. If you have it, you can press apply. If you don't have it, go to find this image. Okay, so I stop and I come back just after. I apply my my grid. Not yet. Okay, so I leave this, press return to solid, add the same texture. So speaker. So speaker. Where is it? Oh yeah, speaker, and press F and press 3 and rename this grid. Good. And now select this object here, not this face here. Okay, here, perfect, and press grid assign, and I think it will work. And for the grid, I want a texture now. So move this texture, select your grid, and this is the grid. So I reselect my grid. Okay, grid, good, and press render it now. And now we can see the grid, but it looks too much big. So I want to scale a little bit more down, and I want to change the color too. So to put this a little bit black. Okay, so before I just want to see the texture to scale a little bit more down with the coordinate. So mapping, we need the UV in the input texture coordinate. So you have this, so control generate UV. So for me, I want the UV, and scale this to 2. Good, or a little bit more, 3, and rotate this grid. Okay, so rotation on the y-axis, I think, and no, 0. So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, 12. I don't really see the rotation. On the x-axis, no, z-axis. Okay, in the z-axis. Oh, okay. So rotate to 0 0.5, 5, and 5. And now this texture is rotate for this both side. And now I want to change a little bit more the color. So increase a little bit more for a gray color like that, and I want to add the bump effect on my texture. So add a simple mix here. move this in the displacement and turn to multiply, and finally increase the roughness to leave the roughness for this one, so we don't want the roughness. Finally, good, and increase the fact it's perfect. Good. So remove, so I render it again, and I think it's perfect. Maybe if I decrease this for a little bit more black color, and I decrease this for a little bit more black. So move this on the first layer, and now I can duplicate the object. So Shift D, Alt D, and move this here. Perfect. For this simple lamp here that I create, add a new texture. So this is metal, and lamp. Good. So select this, pressing F, and select lamp and assign it. And for the lamp, turn to emission, so delete this, turn to emission. Where's the emission? Emission, good. Move this in the surface, turn to yellow, increase to 2. Select this part and apply the metal, okay, change to a black color, like that, and add a mix shader. And add the glossy effect. Perfect. And now we want to add a simple color here too, so drops. Turn to a reddish color like that. Perfect. And select this ring here. So select this object, press tab. Okay, so press tab, select this, F, selecting this object, and press here plus, add a new material, assign, and change this for a yellowish color, so kind of gold color here. So turn to mix shader and add a glossy. Perfect. Decrease to 0, turn to black. Perfect, like that. So now I want to recreate the window here, so I don't create the window here. So I close this part here, press Ctrl R to subdivide, to create 2 vertex, press RZ and move this approximately here. Select, yeah, it's good like that, and select this, press SX, move this here, SX, yeah, good. So move this like that, add 2 vertices again, and add another one here and another one here. Perfect. So select, delete this face in the middle, select the vertices here all around. Okay, so I forgot another vertices, move up, select this face, yeah, extrude out, pressing E. Okay, good. And now I want to create, okay, so move a little bit back here, and now I want to create a box here. Okay, so press Ctrl C, not Shift D, but no, select this face here in the top, so select all here, press F, press SZ, move down like that, yeah, select all of the face here, scale down, scale on the X is in the Y axis, and scale up like that, and press RSX to move straight in the Z axis, and same for this part here. RSSZ, good, perfect. And I want to add is a window here, so Control C, add a window, so plane, press RX 90 degrees, scale up, so replace this plane inside here, scale on the X axis like that, press E, move this inside here, so rename this glass, open the window here again, return to the node, and I want to add a glass effect, so add a mix shader, glass effect, and I want to, so turn the UR to 0, and I want to add maybe increase to 1.1, and I want a glossy effect, okay, because sometimes during the night we can see a glossy effect in the reflection of the window. So increase, stay to 0.2, I think it's good. So yeah, or decrease to 0, no, decrease to 0 now, and I think it is good. Perfect. And now I want to add the light effect on my scene before to render this scene. And yes, I forgot to create a texture color on my object, so I rename this all for the roof and the wall, but I want to change the floor effect, so this color will be black color like that, and add another color and change this to floor. Good. Select this face here, and I want to add the texture on this object, so remove in the first layer, render it this. Good. And I want to change it as the floor, so add a new window, turn to node, and add an glossy texture, sorry, image texture, and move this image texture here, open this, and go to your document, select the texture. For this texture I will add this tail, maybe this one here. Okay, render it again, apply, good. And I want to scale this floor, so add an image, the texture coordinate again, and the normal bump, not bump but mapping. So move this object here and scale to 20, now change to 7 here and 7 here. And I have now I want to create a different effect, so turn the roughness here, change this color to white, yeah, white, it's perfect, and add in mix shader here, mix the mix shader with a bump, not bump but a glossy, change the glossy to 1, connect this shader, maybe increase to 2, 3, 4, before it's 5. Yeah, 5. And I want to add a bump effect that I never used before. So this is this bump effect. So I don't know if it's okay. So I think we connect this bump effect here. So again, I've never seen this before, so I don't know. Oh, it works in Blender, so I don't know if we see the bump effect here. Not really. Okay, 8. So I leave the camera and I see if they are bump effect. Not really. If I increase to 100, we don't really see any bump effect in my scene. So I remove this here, I reselect this object, and I move this in displacement. So I never used this before, so I will try to find out its use in Blender. Okay, so move this bump here and move this in displacement normal. Okay, so this is the normal. Turn to 1. Normal. Okay, maybe I think I got it. So select the normal here, move the normal here, and move this in displacement, and now I think it will work. No. 100. Anyway, so I will use this bump later in another tutorial because I don't know where we use this. So in this next tutorial I will use this because I don't know again where we put this. So add a simple mix shader, move this here, and select in the displacement and change this effect to maybe change the color for a kind of blue like that. Okay, and change this effect to multiply, decrease this to 0, 0.21, and finally decrease this to 3. Yeah, 3. Same for this. And now the bump it's better. Yeah, change the glossy effect to blue like that. Perfect. So move this one here. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to put the lights on my scene. So I'll stop the video because I will see where I will put the lights, and I come back just after. Now I'm gonna show you where I'm going to put the light on my scene. Okay, so first we select the first plane here, this one, and rotate in 90 degrees in the z-axis, z-axis, and rotate in x-axis to rx0, or maybe select everything rsx, or delete this one and add another plane. Okay, Control C, add a plane, scale up, rotate 90 degrees in the x-axis. So now I want to create a light effect coming from another room here. Okay, so move the camera like that. So imagine there is a wall here or another chamber or something like that here. Okay, so move the lights approximately here and scale down on the z-axis. Yeah, perfect. Turn to select your emission color. Okay, and increase to a little bit yellowish color like that. Good. And for this one, for the light, okay, it's good to 1. But I want to add another light inside the light here. So press Ctrl Shift cursor and add a light, a point light, decrease to 0 0.1, 10, okay, or yeah, and move this light inside and turn to spot and rotate in 90 degrees or X or Y 180 degrees, okay, and blend this to 1000 and rotate again and press delete this one, select the light and move for a little bit yellowish color like that. Duplicate this one, press RSY and press 180 degrees in the numpad. And now if we see in the render rate, I think the light will be good. We don't really see the projection of the light here. Okay, so I will increase a little bit more this one to try to 100 first, and after I will decrease this one. Okay, I understand why we don't see the light in the roof, because I think we need to move this light up in the move up on the z-axis, and we see a little bit the spot here, so I don't really see. So if I decrease the blend to 0, we can see the spot a little bit more increase here. Show icon, okay, increase the blend to 100 and increase the light to 200. Good. And now I want the lights here all around my roof here, so the multicolor light. So it's really easy to create this multicolor light. So add a simple cube, scale in the y-axis, in the x-axis, rename this box and change the color to black, and add maybe 10 circle, okay, like that, and change to an end gun, scale up, rotate in y-axis, scale down, and move this one here, rename this light blue, duplicate this one, move this one here, press F3, rename this light red, and this one light purple, F3, light purple, like that. Change all in emission, okay, emission, so this one, emission, and increase the light to maybe 5, yeah, 5. Okay, so another color, green color, so light green, green light, so green light, okay, green light, change to green, first press F3, change to green, purple, green, green light, light green. Okay, so select this light and press shift Alt D and duplicate this lamp and select this again and remove a little bit more in the middle like that, and select everything, press Ctrl G. Good. So now move this lamp here, scale down, move this here, scale, select the box and scale a little bit more in the, select the box, good, and scale a little bit more in the z-axis like that. Perfect. And remove this light here, good, perfect, like that. And duplicated this one, maybe move this one more in middle of the TV here, and I think it's good. Yeah, so now if I press simple render it here we can see the light here, the multicolor light. But I want to change the blue light. I put the blue light like that, red light like that. Perfect. And I increase this light to maybe 10 for each lamp, for each light. 10, 10, 10. Perfect. And now I want, yes, to add a window for me because I forgot to save my Blender file in the next tutorial when I stop this video, so I restart again. So I just add a simple plane, so I don't delete this window here, so select this, delete this, okay. And now I select my plane, I remove my plane approximately, I scale in the z-axis like that, in the x-axis, z-axis, okay. And I remove this window here inside like that, scale. So I had the gloss effect, gloss, change to gloss, turn the UR to 0 or 1. Yeah, 1.1 it's good. Add a mix shader and add a glossy and decrease the roughness to 0. Okay, good. And now I want a background image behind my window because I want to see the building behind outside here. Okay, so add a simple plane. Okay, press RX 90 degrees, scale up, okay, like that approximately, or scale more in the z-axis like that. Rename this night building, okay, and I will stop now. I'm stopping the video because I want to add a night building on this plane here. So I will take this picture on CG texture, so I come back just after. Okay. Okay, so I found my image. Press U to project from view. Open this new window again. Turn to UV. Turn to material here. Okay, and I want to add a texture on my plane, so go to tab, project from view bounds, and I want a texture on my plane, so add a simple texture here, open texture, and I took this this texture. Okay, it's not. Oh yes, high-rise night building. Good. And I, if I turn to render rate, I will position my building here outside, And okay, turn to texture again. I scale a little bit more down like that here. Okay, save this, and now I render it again, so scale again a little bit more on the x-axis, and I press render it. Good. But the reflection on the glass looks a little bit strange for me, so I reselect this glass and change the color. The reflection, okay, I understand. We see the reflection of the light in this side here. So finally I will probably leave this this effect. Okay, yeah. Okay, anyway, and select our plane here and rotate a little bit more like that, because I don't want to see my world in my scene, so I just want to see my plane here. So we see again the world, so the preview. So scale up again, move a little bit down, and I think it's fine now. Yeah, now it's perfect like that. Okay, but I want my okay, so where's the light? Where's the light here? Okay, emission. Huh? I think I took the. Okay, so just wait 2 seconds. I think I select. No. What is this? I don't know. Okay, so I will add again the. So decrease the world to black and select my glass again. So I'll move this glass here and render it again, and now the world looks black. But if I increase the white color, we can see this. You know, I'm closing this part here, so select this and this, press F for each edge. Good, excellent. Close that, and now we can change in the preview the world to black. And now select the camera, press G and move up like that. So good, like that. And yeah, so I render it again, and if I increase the world, we need a light. Yeah, because we see nothing in my scene. Okay, so for the light, I will add in a light. So Control C, select this plane and scale up in the x-axis, in the y-axis, rotating the x-axis like that. Okay, so this is my new light. Okay, and rename this emission, turn the emission to 1, and during the render it, I don't want to see this my window here. We see it. So I have another idea. So I rotate this light here, scale in the y-axis like that, move up and render it again. And now it looks a little bit better. Okay. So yes, I think it looks better. But there's another problem because I put the light here and I will see the light in the TV here. And we see again the reflection on this light here. Okay, so I don't want to do this. Delete this light and add in a sun finally. Sun. Press render it, and I think the sun will be good, but isn't good. So I increase to 1000, 1 million, 16 million. Turn to 0. Anyway, it doesn't work. Because it was outside. So now I think it will work. So if I turn to 1, increase. Not really. Okay, so I reselect my plane. Control C. I had my plane. Rotate 90 degrees. Oh yeah, and I want an emission coming from the city. So it's really easy to do this. So select the city here and add in not the mix shader this time, but add shader, and I want an emission, a sample emission here like that. Good. So it will increase a little bit more the light inside this home, and don't really work. So finally I will leave this glossy effect on my window. Glass, turn to 0. Okay, change the world setting to black. Okay, and this light should be okay. So I don't see the city. Don't understand why. Okay, I change for and mix shader. Doesn't work. Strength to 1. It should probably work with the add shader, but I don't understand why it doesn't work. I did this in a tutorial with the moon, and now it doesn't work. Okay, so leave this effect, and finally I will add in mix shade a lamp, so a plane. So add a new plane, scale on the z-axis, move this here, rotate the x-axis like that, scale here, move out, scale on the z-axis like that, scale a little bit more. Good. And I had in emission for this one. And we don't see the light inside this. Okay, so I reselect this plane, scale down, and I move this here finally. Okay, and now it will be good. Increase to 2. Stay to 1.5. Good, so now we can render it this scene, and I will play with the compositor. It will be more easy for me because the plane are not good on my scene, so I cannot position in this plane. So I stopped the video. So before, increase the resolution to 100, and you can turn your CPU to GPU. So with the GPU it's more faster, and you can increase the sampling here. Okay, so I come back just after. Okay, so this is my first rendered test. So I forgot to put the glossy on my TV. I will increase the UR to 1.2 or 1.3. Finally, I found it how to put the emission on, so I'm going to show you. So you will do this on your next rendered, so your final rendered. So you add an emission, you stay to 1, you add the shader, and you move the color in the emission and the emission to the shader like that. Okay, and I will increase this light to 2, and I select all of this light here, and I put an pass index here. Okay, and I put another pass index to 2. Okay, so it's important for the compositor. Okay, so we can create more effect for the light. So go to the node and select this. Okay, and now add a viewer like that. Move this viewer here, and now add the pass of them. Yeah, so I will do another rendering. Okay, because I forgot to put the material index, so I will try it. If it doesn't work, I will do another rendered. So for the pass index, we need a math, ID mask, ED mask. Okay, connect this ED material to the ED mask, and add a mix shader, or connect directly to viewer and turn to 1. Yeah, so we need to do another rendered. Okay, so I will do another rendered. So sorry for that. Okay, so yeah, so I stop the video and I come back just for another rendered. Now we can go to the compositing to add some effect on my scene. Okay, so after rendered again, adding the pass index. Now I want to add the pass, the ED math, add the index here, select this 2, add in blur effect because I want to blur a little bit more the light. Okay, like that. Press select mix, put to 1 this index here, turn to add, 0, 1, 2. Okay, to 1, and I want to increase this with a little bit more yellowish color. So first move this here like that, and connect this. Okay, so duplicate this one, connect this here, here, and then we can connect this in the viewer. Good. So press fast Gaussian, turn to relative, x 24, 24, okay. And I want to add an RGB curve and increase the yellow color a little bit more, or the green color, it's good. Yeah, just increase a little bit more the green color. Good. And I want to add a glare effect. Glare effect. Decrease this to 0.6. No, 0.5, 0.3, 0.2, 0. Okay, 0. I will add another add. So connect this one here, duplicate this one, connect this one with this one like that. Okay, good. Increase the threshold to 0.5, maybe 0.8. Point, stay to 1, 0.9, streaks to 7, turn the fat to 0.08, again, a little bit more. Yeah, perfect. Again, it's too much for this one here. Okay, and color modulate to mix the color in the scene. Good. Now I want to add a sharpen. So filter, add the sharpen, and stay to 0 and turn to 1. Too much. So 0.020 15. Good. Now I want to add another effect that I like is the shadow. I think shadow at Karish. Yeah, Karish. Kirsch. Our Sobel. Pair with. Yeah, Kirsch is the best one. So we can create good effect with the Kirsch. I did this on maybe every tutorial. So I really like this effect. So add a mix, connect this one with this, turn to add, decrease to 0, increase to 1, and maybe if I move this, well, in fact, we'll try it. In fact, no, stay like that, but select this one and move this one like that. Yeah. Okay, so like that it's good, but I will probably change the Kirsch to 0.2. Yeah, good for this. And I want to add my halo all around this picture. Okay, so add an lens distortion, distort to 1, MOF 0 for the value, turn to greater than, and add a blur. Mix, turn to multiply, and add a blur. Connect this one here. Turn to fast Gaussian, relative y 26. Perfect. And I want to add an RGB curve. Okay, so here, move this RGB here. So press X, and I want to decrease this, increase a little bit more like that, and it looks a little bit better maybe. Increase this, and decrease that. Yeah, put a little bit more dark. Yeah, like that. Now I want to add an RGB curve, or no, color balance. So select the color balance. Okay, add the color balance, move the color balance here, change the color to blue for the gain, or maybe yellow or pink. Yeah, kind of green, yeah, yellow like that, and a little bit more blue like that also too. Good. Maybe too much blue here. Awesome. So now I want to connect another effect. So it's not the vector dispel, no. Oh yes, the bright, the contrast to 3. And now the scene, it looks perfect for me, but I will increase a little bit more RGB finally. No, this one. Yeah, and decrease this one a little bit more, and maybe increase the contrast to 0.1. Yeah, 0.1, like that. Yeah, it's good. 0.3. Okay, 0.3 was good, but I decreased a little bit more the bluish color here, and I decrease a little bit more again the color in the RGB here. Increase a little bit more here, the blue, green, sorry, so the blue, decrease, red a little bit. Good. And now I want a little bit more yellow color here, and more blue like that. No, it's too much green, so blue like that here. Too much. Okay, perfect for this. And finally we can add in color I think it's perfect for this tutorial on the compositing. Yeah, so now we just need to do a final rendering for our scene. Okay, so return to the 3D view. So I will add another light, so press Shift D, scale in the X-axis, and rotate just like that a little bit so I want some more color on this side too. Okay, and I want to select no, all it's perfect. Okay, good. So finally you can increase your sample from to 3000 and put the resolution to 100. And finally, after that, you can save your image on your image editor here in your folder. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something on Blender. If you like my video, subscribe on my channel, and if you need some help, comment, and I will do some more tutorial on Blender Profiz.